Hey everyone, it's Attorney Otto and welcome back to Q&A with Attorney O. Today's question comes from Jennifer in Pensacola and she asks, do I really need a will if I am young and healthy? Jennifer, this is a great question and it's actually one of the biggest misconceptions people have about estate planning. You see, most people think a will is something that you should only do or you only need later in life when you're older or when you have a lot of assets. But the truth is, the best time to create a will is when you're young, healthy, and thinking clearly, not when life is chaotic and not during a crisis. So let me break this down for you in a way that actually makes sense. And I'm going to show you why I believe every adult, even in their 20s or 30s, should have at least a basic will in place. Number one, if you pass away without a will in Florida, the state decides everything for you. And when I say everything, I do literally mean everything. Florida follows a legal formula, and that formula decides who gets your belongings, your accounts, your property, and who becomes legally in charge of handling your affairs. Now, Florida does not consider your real life situations or relationships. It doesn't look at who you actually lived with or who depended on you or who you verbally told your wishes to. It just applies the law. And sometimes that outcome makes absolutely no sense. For example, your live-in partner, right? Even if you've been together, living together for 5 years or 10 years, that person legally receives nothing by default. I've seen entire estates go to someone that the person had not spoken to in many years, while the partner that they shared a life with, lived with until they died, the person who knew them best, was completely left out. And it's heartbreaking because it wasn't their wish, it was not their intention, it was just the law stepping in. Number two, you have way more estate than you think. A lot of young adults say, well, I don't have a house. I don't have much. Why would I need a will? But your estate is literally everything that you own, big or small. So think about your bank accounts, your car, your savings, your jewelry, personal items, electronics, sentimental belongings. All of that have to go somewhere, or has to go somewhere rather. And here's the part that most people don't think about: your digital life, your Instagram account, your email, cloud photos, online banking, crypto, subscriptions, even your YouTube channel or small business accounts. Who would you want to access that? Someone will have to manage all of it if something happens to you. And without a will, your family doesn't automatically get access. They can be locked out permanently from some accounts, and some accounts they'll never ever be able to recover unless you have the right document in place. Now, let me walk you through something that really brings this home. Imagine two scenarios. Scenario A is you pass away without a will. You didn't do anything, you didn't take my advice, and you literally didn't do it, right? Scenario B, you pass away with a simple, clear will. Now, in scenario A, you're gone and your family is scrambling. They don't know who should take charge. They don't know what bills you had and how to, reconcile those. They don't know how to access your accounts, and no one has legal authority to do anything. Your bank accounts might get frozen, your partner has no rights, and your belongings may end up with someone who has no idea what to do with them, and maybe someone you wouldn't want to have them, because Florida is now fully in control and your loved ones have absolutely no say. But in scenario B, you did the thing, right? You have a simple will in place. One person is named to take charge. Your belongings go exactly where you want them to go. Your partner or your loved ones don't have to fight through paperwork, and everything is organized. The process becomes smoother, faster, and so much less stressful for the people who are already grieving. And let me tell you what really happens behind the scenes when someone dies without a will, because most people have no idea. Families walk into my office shocked at how complicated the court process is. Nothing is automatically transferred. Nothing is simple, and nothing moves quickly. Your family may need to open probate, which is a court process, and the judge decides who's in charge. Now, that person might not be the calmest or the closest or the most responsible, just the one the law chooses, the one the law prefers. And if your partner isn't legally recognized, they often get excluded from every conversation, every forum, and every decision. I've seen partners not allowed to pick up personal belongings, not allowed to manage bills, not allowed to close accounts because they had zero legal authority. Now, that's the kind of trauma a simple will could have prevented. Jennifer, here's the bottom line. A will is not about expecting something bad to happen. It's about making life easier for the people you love if life takes an unexpected turn. It's simple, it's affordable, and it saves your loved ones from confusion, conflict, and chaos. Being young doesn't protect you from whatever is to come. We're all going to die at some point. But planning ahead protects the people who matter the most. So thank you for your question, Jennifer. I hope this really helped. And if you have an estate planning question that you'd like me to answer, drop it in the comments or send it to me on any of my channels. I'm Attorney Otto. Plan wisely, live confidently, and I will see you next time.